Have you ever felt the ache of being overlooked, underestimated, or misunderstood by those around you? It's as if the truth of who you are, a light so pure and undeniable, was cloaked by doubt and rejection. You've walked through moments where your worth was questioned, your character misjudged, and your intentions doubted. But let me tell you this: being misunderstood is not your downfall. It is your setup. What others failed to see was never a reflection of your value, but of their inability to recognize greatness before it blooms. The silence you maintained, the dignity you carried, and the perseverance you embodied, those are the markers of someone chosen for a higher purpose. Their doubt doesn't define you. It fuels the strength that's about to be revealed. Here's the truth: what was hidden will soon come to light. The same people who doubted you will witness your transformation. Their disbelief will turn to awe, and your story will inspire countless others. This moment of misunderstanding wasn't a mistake. It was a part of the process. Trust the journey, for the same light they tried to dim is about to shine brighter than ever. Your time is coming. Are you ready? Now is the time to step into your truth with boldness and faith. You were never meant to blend in or be hidden behind the shadows of doubt cast by others. You were chosen to stand out, to rise, and to shine. If you're ready to claim the life that was always meant for you, let this moment be your declaration of faith. Say it out loud: I am chosen. I am worthy. I am enough. The path ahead may not be easy, but it is purposeful. For those of you who feel this message resonating deeply, this is your invitation to fully embrace your identity and the plan unfolding for your life. What seemed like rejection was actually redirection. What felt like loss was preparation for something far greater. Every moment of pain, doubt, or misunderstanding was a stepping stone leading you to this revelation. And here's the promise: the truth about you is being revealed. The people who dismissed your value will see it. The lies that were told about you will crumble. What you've endured will not be in vain, because your story is destined to inspire others and transform lives. So, take a step forward with faith. Your best days are ahead of you. You've weathered storms that were meant to break you. There were moments when your integrity was questioned, your intentions were doubted, and your character was attacked. It felt like your name was dragged through the mud, not because of who you are, but because of who others couldn't bear to see you become. Their envy, their insecurities, and their unresolved pain spilled over into lies and actions designed to tear you down. But here's the remarkable truth: you stood firm. You see, what they meant for harm, God has been using for good. Every betrayal, every misjudgment, every moment of pain, it all served a purpose. It wasn't about proving your innocence to others. It was about deepening your trust in the process, building your resilience, and preparing you for the elevation that's coming. Think of the greatest leaders, the strongest warriors, the most inspiring stories. They all begin in the valley of misunderstanding. Just as Joseph in the Bible faced betrayal from his own brothers, only to rise to a position of great influence, so too is your journey being divinely orchestrated. The challenges weren't meant to destroy you. They were meant to refine you. They were the fire that forged your strength. What others don't realize is that their actions against you were never about you. They were wrestling with their own demons, projecting their fears, and reacting to the light they saw in you. They fabricated narratives, hoping to dim your glow, but instead, their actions only sharpened your focus. Their doubt has been the catalyst for your growth. Their rejection the reason for your resilience. And now, as the storm clears, a new season emerges. The truth is rising to the surface. Those who turn their backs will see what they missed. The lies will dissolve in the face of undeniable evidence of your transformation. What they misunderstood was never about you. It was about their inability to see what God was doing in your life. So, as you move forward, let go of the need for validation from those who doubted you. Your worth isn't tied to their approval. Your strength isn't defined by their opinions. This is your time to rise, to embrace the lessons, and to step into the purpose you were always meant to fulfill. Every challenge was a chapter in the story of your victory. And now, the world will witness the brilliance of who you've become. Hold your head high. Walk with faith. The misunderstanding was just the beginning of a greater revelation. What comes next is the unveiling of your power, your purpose, and the extraordinary story you were destined to live. Are you ready to rise? Let's move forward together. This is only the beginning. Throughout history, the greatest stories of redemption have been built on a foundation of trials and misunderstandings. The Bible is rich with examples of individuals who endured immense challenges, only to emerge stronger and more aligned with their divine purpose. Take Joseph, for instance, betrayed by his own brothers and sold into slavery. He was cast into a pit, then wrongfully imprisoned. Yet, through it all, God's hand was upon him, guiding him through the darkest valleys toward the heights of influence and purpose. Joseph's journey was not easy. He faced betrayal, lies, and rejection, experiences that could have crushed him. But instead, they became the very tools God used to elevate him. When the time was right, the truth was revealed. Joseph stood not only vindicated, but positioned to save countless lives, including those who had wronged him. Doesn't this story resonate with your own? Like Joseph, you faced opposition from those who doubted your potential. Perhaps you were judged, betrayed, or sidelined by people who couldn't handle the vision and purpose within you. But just as Joseph's journey was part of a greater plan, so too is yours. The pit was not the end. It was the prelude to your promotion. God often allows seasons of adversity to refine us. The challenges you faced weren't meant to harm you, but to prepare you for the blessings ahead. Think of David, the humble shepherd boy who was overlooked by his own family, but chosen by God to become a king. Despite being chased by his enemies and misunderstood by those around him, David held fast to his faith and trust in God's plan. You, too, are chosen. The trials you've endured are shaping you into the person God designed you to be, just as these biblical figures rose above their circumstances. So will you. Let their stories remind you that God's timing is always perfect, His plan always good, and His purpose for your life unshakable. You've been through a process, a divine transformation that not everyone can understand. At times, it felt like you were losing everything: relationships, opportunities, or even your sense of self. But what you were truly losing were the things that no longer serve your purpose. While others saw your setbacks, God was working behind the scenes, aligning every challenge to prepare you for something extraordinary. The people who doubted you didn't recognize the work being done in your life. They only saw the surface, failing to perceive the deep inner growth you were experiencing. But now, the truth is beginning to emerge. The person you are today, the strength, the confidence, the clarity is a reflection of the work God has been doing within you. Consider a seed planted deep in the ground. For a time, it seems like nothing is happening. The soil appears undisturbed, and to the outside world, it looks lifeless. But beneath the surface, a miracle is unfolding. Roots are taking hold, and the seed is preparing to break through. When it finally does, its growth is undeniable. This is your story. While others overlooked you, you were being rooted, strengthened, and prepared. Now, your breakthrough is here. The truth about you is undeniable. Those who once underestimated you are beginning to see what they missed. Your growth speaks louder than any words could, and your transformation is impossible to ignore. The lies they believed about you are crumbling under the weight of your success, your resilience, and your faith. What they didn't understand is that your strength was never meant to come from their approval. It comes from your Creator, the one who has been with you through every storm, every trial, and every moment of doubt. Your transformation is a testament to His power, His grace, and His ability to turn pain into purpose. Now, as you walk into this new season, you carry with you the lessons of the past. You've learned to trust in God's timing, to lean on His wisdom, and to stand firm in your identity. You are no longer defined by what others said about you or by the challenges you faced. Instead, you are defined by the light within you, the light that is finally shining for all to see. Let this be your moment to step fully into your purpose. The misunderstandings, the rejection, the pain, they were all part of the process. And now, the transformation is complete. You are stronger, wiser, and ready to embrace the truth of who you are. Let the world see your light, and let your story inspire others to find their own strength. The truth has been revealed, and it's more powerful than anyone could have imagined. Your time is now. Step into it boldly, knowing that you are walking in divine purpose. Envy can be a powerful force, one that sneaks in silently, often disguised as admiration or frustration. It's easy to look at someone else's success and feel a sense of longing or resentment, especially when you feel overlooked or underappreciated. But what if I told you that envy, though painful and difficult, isn't meant to be your enemy? What if, instead, it could be a catalyst for your transformation? When you experience envy, it's often a reflection of what you desire deep down but haven't yet achieved. The truth is, envy reveals something important. It shows you the untapped potential within yourself. It's not about comparing yourself to others. It's about recognizing that the qualities you admire in someone else are already planted in you, waiting to be nurtured and brought to fruition. Think of it as a signal, a wake-up call that it's time to dig deeper, to grow stronger, to believe more fully in what you're capable of. The challenge is not to let envy fester into bitterness, but to use it as fuel for your own journey. You are meant to be your own version of greatness, and the success of others doesn't diminish yours. In fact, it could be a reminder that if someone else can achieve what you desire, so can you. The process of turning envy into restoration is not easy. It requires humility, self-reflection, and a willingness to change. Instead of focusing on what others have, turn your attention inward. What steps can you take today to move closer to your own dreams? Envy, when channeled properly, can push you toward the growth that you need to step into your own power. As you shift your perspective, you'll find that the very thing that once brought you pain will become the catalyst for your breakthrough. You'll begin to see other successes not as threats, but as inspirations. You'll start to root for others, knowing that when they win, it's a sign that victory is possible for you, too. And as you move from envy to empowerment, you'll discover that true restoration doesn't come from outside validation. It comes from within. Criticism can sting. It can feel like a punch to the gut, especially when it comes from people whose opinions matter to us. Whether it's from family, friends, or colleagues, the weight of negative words can have a lasting impact. But here's the hard truth: criticism, when handled properly, can be one of the most powerful tools in your growth. The reality is that no one achieves greatness without facing criticism. In fact, the more you step into your purpose, the more you'll encounter people who try to tear you down. It's not always a reflection of you. It's a reflection of their own fears, insecurities, or misunderstandings. The important thing is not to internalize their words, but to use them as an opportunity for reflection and improvement. When people criticize you, it's easy to retreat into self-doubt or anger. It's tempting to fight back or justify your actions. But true growth comes from choosing to rise above the noise and stay focused on your purpose. Remember, you are not defined by what others say about you. You are defined by the vision you have for your life and the steps you take to fulfill it. Use criticism as a mirror. Is there truth in it? If so, what can you learn from it? If not, let it go. Don't allow the opinions of others to shape your self-worth. Instead, let them be a reminder of the strength within you to rise above and move forward. Criticism will always be part of the journey, but it doesn't have to derail you. In fact, the more you endure it, the more resilient you become. You'll learn to discern between constructive feedback and destructive negativity. You'll build the emotional strength to stay grounded in your purpose, no matter what others say. And as you keep moving forward, you'll find that the voices of critics become quieter, drowned out by the louder, more powerful voice of your inner truth. Your purpose is far too important to be deterred by the words of others. The road to success isn't smooth, but it's worth every step. Keep your eyes on your vision, and remember that criticism is just noise. What matters is the direction you're heading. So, Don't let anyone's words steer you off course. Your purpose is waiting for you, and it's time to move toward it with courage, conviction, and the confidence that nothing can hold you back. In life, we often face moments where everything feels uncertain, where challenges seem insurmountable, and where the weight of the world is on our shoulders. It is in these times that we must turn to something greater than ourselves, something eternal, steadfast, and unshakable. That foundation is rooted in the values of God. The values of God are not just abstract ideals. They're practical truths that can guide us through every season of life. They provide us with the strength to persevere in the face of adversity and the wisdom to make choices that honor not only ourselves but also the world around us. When we build our lives on these values, we are anchoring ourselves in something far more powerful than anything the world can offer. Think of God's values as the bedrock upon which you can construct a life of purpose and integrity. Love, compassion, humility, forgiveness, and faith. These are not just words. They are principles that can transform not only your heart, but your entire perspective on life. They remind us to love unconditionally, to act justly, to walk humbly, and to trust that we are never alone in our journey. Building your foundation on these values means choosing to live with integrity, even when no one is watching. It means showing kindness when the world feels cold and offering grace even when others may not deserve it. It's about understanding that your strength comes not from your own abilities alone, but from the divine source of power that is always within you. When your foundation is built on God's values, you can face the storms of life with confidence. You are no longer swayed by temporary challenges or the fleeting opinions of others. Instead, you are grounded in the knowledge that your life has a higher purpose and that each step you take is part of a larger plan. You don't need to have all the answers, but when you align yourself with these values, you will be led to the right path. As we come to the end of this journey together, I want you to remember one powerful truth. You are destined for greatness. Every challenge, every setback, and every struggle you face is not the end of your story. It's part of the process that's shaping you into the person you are meant to be. Your purpose is far greater than the obstacles in front of you. And the dreams in your heart are not just wishful thinking. They are the blueprint for the future that is unfolding. You are capable of more than you realize. You have within you the strength, resilience, and wisdom to overcome anything life throws your way. But it's not just about surviving. It's about thriving. It's about tapping into your full potential and using the gifts and talents that God has placed within you to impact the world around you. So, as you continue your journey, hold on to your faith. Let it be the fuel that drives you when the road gets tough. Let the values of love, humility, and perseverance guide you when you feel lost. And remember that with every step, you are moving closer to the person you were always meant to become. You may not always see the path clearly, and there will be moments when the journey feels overwhelming. But in those moments, I urge you to look within, to trust in the purpose that God has placed on your life, and to keep moving forward with courage. You are never alone. God is walking with you every step of the way. And with Him, all things are possible. This is not just your story. It's a story of transformation, of healing, and of triumph. The challenges you face today will be the victories of tomorrow. So, take heart, stay strong, and never give up on the dreams that live in your heart. Your breakthrough is coming, and you are more than capable of making it through. Keep going, because the best is yet to come.